Guys, welcome back to the channel. Uh, we're at the body shop today, and it's a first video at the body shop after a while, right? So, after yesterday's video, you guys understand more or less why we've been quiet. But we've been quiet and getting on with work, but not at the pace that we should have been. Anyway, let's get back to it. This here is the red IS that we've done a sequence on, right? And we've stopped work on this car because after the last video, I think I just done where we said we're almost ready for prep. But panel wise, metal wise, yes, we were ready for prep until we found out that the car was skew on the side. So, with a lot of measurements, a lot of help from friends from different companies, we finally got the car out to an alignment center, right? And they measured out that the right rear was 63 millimeters out. So imagine you're basically, here's a car standing in your right rear is sitting like this here basically. So finally got the car to them, got the car straightened out. Took about 2.5 weeks or so. Straightened out, got the car back here. So now we're still in limbo because when your car is standing on your trestles or on a jack stand or on a trolley, it looks straight. It's very hard to see if the car is skew. And we couldn't see it. We couldn't pick it up. It took a lot for us to pick it up. Even though 63 mil sounds a lot. When you start lining the car up and that, you'll pick it up very fast. But remember, these guys are now bare. So anyway, got that sorted out, got the car back here. Then we started going through all the dents and nicks and stuff and starting to prep the body up, right? We've also decided that from now on, the standard that we're going to keep to is basically assembling the car as far as possible. So we're going to go front window, back window on. We're going to go with the kit on. The bumpers are still going to come on so we can do alignment on the bumpers. The suspension will go on. Just so we can get some sort of alignment done on the vehicle, and then it'll be taken back off again and then get prime and paint prep. So on this vehicle, it's been through that process now. We've had it straightened. So now the car is straightened. So they actually give you a digital printout of which I'm picturing on the video now. And you'll see that the back right, sorry, is totally out, which is now straightened out. They've corrected it. We brought it back here. We're starting to align it up now. On the kit, for example, we've just got, okay, we only got 2 clips here, right? But the 2 clips are on here. On the big panel, we've only got 1 clip and 1 clip at the back holding, just for a reference. But if you look at the the kit alignment so far, that is good. On this kit here, we've actually got the guides that's broken here at the bottom. That's why you'll see that I'm battling with lining up here, right? Here at the bottom here, I didn't really, she's not clipped in here. But the kit is actually starting to line up properly, and this is without any major modifications or even minor modifications. It's bolting on with its original clips. So I think we've hit the spot there now where we got the car to line up. We need to go through the fine detailing of lining up your fenders, your doors. You're getting your lines sorted out here now, marking your points, and then because remember it's gonna come back off now for painting. The windscreens are nice. These guys are all lined up nicely, even though the locks are not in. But we don't have the gaps that we normally have that pull the rubbers down on this side here. So they're actually sealing up quite well. The sunroof lid is on. We know we've got that line basically in shape, guys. Okay, so that's the other thing. Then we've gone through the engine bay of the car, we've gone through the interior of the car and the boot of the car, right? So we've had to use a little bit of body filler on the exterior. We're using minimal body filler as far as possible. We're using in certain areas here, but we have to do that, right? We can't just go metal, otherwise we're going to get full on waves. On the interior, we're using up to maximum maybe just under a half a centimeter of body filler. This is at the worst points, and this here is basically just to fill out. We're just trying to basically shape up the interior, right? So this is on your floor pan or on your foot pedals or on the back. It's just to shape it up. But even if I say under half a centimeter, that's also a lot. But it's basically just to shape around there. And we've cleaned up the engine bay, we've shaped the engine bay, so we're prepping this car up now for primer, right? Let's go through the car. I'm going to try and show you as much as I can on video. Let's go through the vehicle, and let's see what the progress has been so far. Guys, if everything works out well, this car is in paint next week Friday, which I'm happy about. We're going ice white on the car. I think the customer looks at the red and he says now again we might go red, but I think we're going to keep to the original color. Then everything will come off again. The car will go in the rotisserie, so we've got proper height. We can get consistencies of painting. The undercarriage on this car here, we're gonna change a little bit. I'm not gonna do the same way we were doing, but we're gonna change it up a little bit. And I think this is gonna be one of the cars that we gonna finish. Guys, let's go through it quickly. Okay, so you can see here, right? We've got the car way down to metal, but we just had to give it a light coat of primer because we start picking up surface rust everywhere. Lining up, we've got some lining up to do on the fender. We've got to pull back in a little bit lower, but we're getting there. The kit, we are lining the kit up properly. The kit is actually in very good nick. There is a couple of waves here and there that we can sort out, right? But let's get to the engine bay quickly. So we're gonna get to the C layer. Sorry, we're gonna get to the C layer once we line up properly, and the fenders are painted and they put back on. We'll get the sealer in place and get the bolts done. But we managed to shave up and clean up this engine bay as far as possible. Remember, all these battery trays were in the worst of conditions, so we're still gonna smoothen out here, but the corner areas all look good. So this guy here, once paint is on and your clear coat is on, you will see a huge difference in this engine bay. So we had to fill up here in the corner a little bit, and then the sealer is gonna come over that. You can see how the tunnel looks here now. And this looks much better. So we've had to touch up everywhere where we could, and then we're still gonna get it sanded down even more. Let me just get this door open here. Sorry, Ryan, just open this door for me. Okay, thanks. Okay, so you guys have seen before the doors have been stripped out completely, right? So these locks will all come out before paint gets put on. Right, firstly there are the wrong screws in there, but all these will come off before paint gets put on, and the doors will get painted in out properly, and then we're actually going to soundproof the doors before they get put onto the car. But this is how the interior of the vehicle has been done. Remember, the roof is going to come out, the sunroof, these rails will come out as well. The lid is just on now temporarily, and then we will prep this guy up. But if you look at the sills here, the lines will get straightened out nicely here. This line still has to come in here, there's filler over it, we need to sort that out. And as well as the back section, right? Then if we move over to the boot area, I see the guys line this boot area up quite nicely, so we'll still smoothen out certain sections of it. But I can't wait to get paint on this vehicle. So if you look at the lining up on the lights as well, we had a huge issue. Ryan, just drop the bonnet for me. I'm in the boot lid. So we had a huge issue on this car before, right? So on the top right corner, the fender was actually a little bit lower. Once we put the boot lid on, we saw that. Now you can see that we're actually lining up quite well. Alright, so this gap here we will get seen to. This is basically lining up here. We'll get that seen to, but look here. The locks are not even in, right? And normally you find, well, these are just production lines that will come out. Your locks are not even in. And normally you'll find all the cars that's been resprayed, you'll find there's always a gap here on the rubber. And then once the lock comes in, you should push it up further. But before the lock is in, we don't even have that gap as yet. So this is how far we've gone with this vehicle, right? To show how she's been lined up. Don't worry about that suspension there. The bushes are all gone on there. So having said that, we're basically prepping this vehicle up here now for paint, or for primer first, obviously. But if you look at the engine bay, not the engine bay, the arches here, we've spent a lot of time, and we're still going to smoothen this guy out much more once she's on the rotisserie. Okay guys, so here's a quick update on the vehicle. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's just a very short update, but I will give you another update next week when the car's on the rotisserie and basically getting ready to go into the booth. Again guys, you guys know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. And let me just give you a quick glimpse of how the body shop looks, how full the body shop is. So we've got one IS over here. Here's the IS with all the Sika flex here. I'll still do an update on this vehicle. It's a lot of drama on this vehicle. There's a left-hand drive standing there. There's another left-hand drive there. IS here, IS here, IS here. This is a bucky we're going to be doing a feature on. We've got a touring on the rotisserie now. That's the M3 body that's on hold quickly. We've got a 3 to 5 4-door over there. And then the two trips over here. So we're still going to do a lot of content work regarding these two cars. That's number 6333. This here is number 139, I think. Anyway, guys, take it easy. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And then we will update you a bit more faster now. Cheers, guys.